on Monday, January 24th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Smith.
Here.
Oh, hang on here a second.
He's out here.
Until I have a list.
Didn't know your middle name was Clute.
Way back here. Hang on. Okay. Smith.
Still here.
Rice.
Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Robish.
Present.
Mayor Harrington.
Here. Okay, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first up is agenda approval. Does anybody have anything to add to the agenda tonight?
Move to approve the agenda.
Okay,
Second.
Commissioner Smith moved to approve, second Commissioner Robish. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, at this time, the City Commission adjourns to convene as a Board of Adjustment for the following public hearings. And I'm going to call on the planner Barry Cranston to tell us what the variance request is, and we'll go from there.
Sure, thank you, Mayor. The variance request is filed by Jenna Tabadal, project address of 334 Dakota Avenue South, requesting to allow semi-permanent microblading tattoo business, which is not a permitted use in any area zone B2 for the central business district. The applicant is here. Jenny, do you want to come up here? The reason for, well, she can ask any, or answer any questions that you have about that.
Okay.
But technically, I'll talk just briefly about why she's having to get a variance. The State Department of Health considers microblading to be a tattoo, and so therefore, they regulate it as such. And because we require a variance anywhere in the city for a tattoo parlor, so that's why she was essentially forced to get a variance because of that technicality. We do not allow tattoo parlors anywhere within the city without a variance.
Okay.
Jenna, maybe you can talk a little bit about what microblading is, because it's not a real common thing for
Okay.
us men in the room.
We'll get a motion to approve first. We need a motion to approve first, then we'll have a discussion.
Motion to approve variance request.
Commissioner Weinrich, motion to approve. Need a second on this.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Smith. Now we can have discussion. Does anybody have any discussion for Jenna? Any questions?
I guess I do.
Okay?
I'll just piggy on.
What is,
piggyback off of-
I know, I had to look it up.
I'll be the guinea pig.
All right, Commissioner Robish, your question's up.
Could you explain, Jenna, what you want to do?
Yeah, so I'm actually a cosmetologist and work over at Therapeutic Body Works. I do hair, skin, and nail services, and I went and took the class to do the microblading and learned that it's a semi-permanent tattoo. So what makes it the tattoo part is I use a tattoo gun and a disposable needle shaded in the eyebrows. Otherwise, that's the part that is kind of the big deal. The other part of it is the blade, essentially, and you go through the first layer of somebody's skin and make little tiny hair strokes and rebuild the brow. I actually just got mine done, so now I'm on the other side of it and know what it's about. So I just kind of want to add that to my service list. Not anything too bad, I guess, in my opinion.
Any more questions for Jenna? You probably won't see any of us there except me.
You never know.
Never say never.
Oh, I'm a chicken, I wouldn't be there.
For the record, we did not receive any opposition to her application. In fact, we had no inquiries at all. Both the building inspector and myself recommended approval, as did the hearing examiner. He recommends approval as well.
Okay.
I guess I have one more.
Yes.
Follow-up. So then, are you periodically due for inspections?
Yeah,
or-
so I'll get an annual inspection, and before I can even start doing it, if you guys were to approve, I would have to have an inspection just to make sure I'm up to regulation, because there's quite a few things that you have to have.
And then thereafter, are there follow-ups?
Yeah, once a
Yeah,
year.
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yep. And the state sends us a form that it's a checklist, and we go through and see, that she's doing the sanitizing and all of those things, and she walks us through her process, right there within her building.
Sure. Okay, well, good luck.
Thanks.
So I got a motion saying, yeah. No more questions on this deal? Okay, I need a roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thanks, Jenna.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
Motion approves, okay. Okay. At this time, the Board of Adjustment adjourns to reconvene as the City Commission. Public forum, public comments may be sent during the live meeting broadcast on the city's YouTube channel. The link is listed on the city's website at www.huron.sd.com/citygovernment. In order to use the YouTube chat feature, please create an account with your YouTube and Gmail or use your existing accounts. Please state your name and address for the record. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Our HR Director, Nathan Hofer, is sitting at the back of the room on the computer, so any of your questions would come in, and Nathan would then pass it on to us, and we would try to answer your question tonight. If we not tonight, we'd answer it in the following day for you. So, seeing none, I think we have a public forum from Commissioner Robish tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to invite the public down to our Winterfest this Saturday, and that is starting at 10 a.m. and it goes till 3, and it's at the Norby 4-H Exhibit Hall. This is the first time that we're attempting a Winterfest. We've had some downtown street fests, if you remember that, with the Crazy Days type of thing and the street dance and whatever, but this time we're going to try a Winterfest also. And this is going to be for the whole family. There's going to be children activities. There's going to be there's bingo for all ages, I guess. There's a chili cook-off, and I think we have 5 or 6 chili teams registered. So we're looking forward to that, I guess. And again, weather permitting, the way the weather looks, it's looking a lot like a sleigh ride. I think the sleigh rides are still going to happen, maybe just in a little bit different horse-drawn trailer, maybe. So we're working on that. But anyway, that's this Saturday from 10 to 3 down on the fairgrounds at the 4-H exhibit hall.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner Robish. At this time, we have 5.1 proclamation for Cornerstone's Career Learning Center Week to be January 24th through the 28th. And at this time, I have Kim Oatzen come up, who's the director. Okay, this is a proclamation from the city of Huron. Whereas Cornerstone's Career Learning Center it's a regional educational and employment training program for adults. And whereas since 1986, Cornerstones has served as a diversity area workforce by offering adult basic education, GED preparation and testing, English language classes, transcendental English programs, citizenship preparation, business and industry training programs, person view, PARAX, and other high-stakes testing along with industry recognized credential. Thank you. I knew you were good for reading. And whereas Cornerstone also works with employers looking to hire or train quality workers for providing customized training and testing services for employers. And whereas Cornerstone's mission is to assess, promote, and provide education and employment training services to an area workforce and employers. Whereas the city of Huron wishes to thank and commend Cornerstones for promoting education and providing an opportunity for individuals to live with meaningful and productive lives in our community. Now therefore resolved by I, Gary Harrington, Mayor of the City of Huron, South Dakota, hereby proclaim January 24th, 28th, 2022 as Cornerstone's Career and Learning Center Week in Huron to recognize their dedication and contributions to our community. In witness, I have herewith set my name and my hand and caused the seal of the City of Huron as affixed this 24th of January in the year of our Lord 2022. A little background on this. I received in the mail, I didn't request it by any means, a program of what their program does. And I was baffled. I told Kim when she got here tonight that, I said, I read the whole article and read your promotion, your procedures and everything. I was so impressed that I was the reason that we're having a proclamation, because I know in talking to people after that, there's a lot of people that you've served and it's helped their transition into our community much easier. And so many people don't realize that, what we do now, and we do appreciate it. So
Thank you.
Here's a handshake.
Oh.
Good job, thank you.
Okay. Consent agenda, let's move it along. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion. Unless a member of the commission requests the opportunity to address any given item, items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. 6.1, minutes of January 10th, 2022, City Commission meeting. 6.2, fuel quotes for city departments. 6.3, raffle Beetle County Humane Society, March 20th at Huron Elks/Fire Pit. 6.4, personnel items. Add Cooper Johnson, Cindy Walsh, and Monty Benathley to our 2022 certified payroll and wage assessments. Wage adjustment for Brian Gambert. Promotion of Leslie Bronsma to children's library position. Terminate Irv Huber and Jerome Roeder effective 12/1/21. 6.5, payment of the bills. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I would move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, we need a second on that.
Second?
Commissioner Smith seconds that. Roll call, vote,
Smith.
please.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Number 7, bid quote items. We have our assistant engineer with us tonight, and Dennis Bennett. So Dennis, will you go through 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3 for us, please?
Yes, I will, thank you, Mayor. 7.3 is actually going to be Chad's, so I'll
Alright.
do that one, but 7.1 is request to bid for concrete crushing. We have about 11,000 tons we want to crush. We have an estimated cost of $80,000. I'm just asking for approval to send it out to bid.
Okay, need a motion on this item?
Move to approve 7.1.
Commissioner Weinrich, motion approved. Need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Robish. Any discussion on this one? Yes, Commissioner
I
Robish.
just have one question, Dennis. I know in the past, we do this every year, a couple times a year, I think, actually.
Every other year, Bob.
Yeah, and then, I know that one time we had a lot of trouble with metal and stuff in the concrete. Do they do that, or do we take that out?
They do it.
They do. As they crush?
Yeah, it's got an electromagnet over the belt that's on it. So it pulls it up and throws it off to the side.
Okay,
And they must have had a problem with theirs when they did it and we didn't catch it or something.
that's fine. I just Warren, I get that was
That's
in there.
interesting.
Okay.
Any other questions for Dennis? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Von Reyes.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harringer.
Aye. 7.2, Dennis.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. This is for yearly crack sealing projects we do, looking for permission to go to bid on this. We have about 51,665 pounds we estimate it's gonna use, and we have $65,356 budgeted. So asking permission to go to bid.
Okay. Need a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Smith, and a second by Commissioner Robish. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Von Reyes.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harringer.
Aye. 7.3, our Park and Rec Director, Chad Schroeder's here to explain what 7.3 is.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. So this is our yearly request that we put out for our tree removal contract on the boulevards. And this year I rewrote the contract just a little bit, and then I had our city attorney Tucker Valesky go through it, and he says that if you guys approve that, what I changed will be fine. And the main thing that I did in here when we mobilize the contractor, it shows that we do that after we identify 4 trees on the boulevards that need to be taken down. And I had a situation happen this last summer where there was a tree at the game fish and parks that had Dutch elm disease, which is time sensitive. You want to take them down right away. So I asked Bill Kaiser if he'd take it down immediately, and he does a really good job of that. But just in the contract, it reads that we aren't supposed to dispatch them unless we have 4 trees identified. So I switched that to where I can give them the notice to proceed immediately after every tree that I ID on the boulevard, so we can have them taken down right away. Also with this, I want the contract to start immediately. In previous years, it hasn't started until April or May, when the trees are leafed out and we can identify the species of trees to take down. We have a situation now where I have a tree on a boulevard that needs to be taken down that is split, and it could cause a safety issue. So I want to be able to have the contract in place immediately. It ends December 31st. I didn't know this, so now I want to start this. So it's January 1 every year. We'll start a new contract. So over the winter months, if we have any trees that are on the boulevards that we need to remove, I can take them down immediately. So I just changed some of that wording in here. In your packet, everything that I changed is highlighted in yellow. And if this is approved, we're gonna send them out tomorrow.
Okay.
Then we'll open them on February 16th at our park board. The park board usually does this, but we didn't have a meeting last week. And so I wanted to push this up and ask for your approval so we can get it going here.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Weinrich. I need a second on this item.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Robish. Any discussion to Chad on this item?
Just a quick question.
Yes, Commissioner Weinrich.
I seen 1,100 on here somewhere. Is that what on average, or did we just put that in their estimated quantity?
So last year, we did about 1,420 inches. And the year before was let me go back. We did about 40, okay, let me back up. It cost about $4,300, $4,400 last year. I can't remember the inches. I don't know that for sure. I have all the prices. We're at $14.20 an inch, 1,100. I don't think we ever really used that I know of. I don't think that he uses that as his guide for sure. But I don't know that because I've never heard Ron say, well, we're about, I've never heard him say that we're over. Let me see what I got here, if I have it. Ha, I do have it. Look at this. 2021, we used 1,200 inches. 2020, 843 inches. 2019, 495 inches.
But we use
So-
that 1,100 as a guide for.
That's a guide for them, yeah, and I think, but we must not guarantee anything because we only did the 843 inches. So, sorry about that. I knew I had that report, but I didn't have it out here. I got all my paperwork lined up now.
Anybody else got any other questions for Chad on this item? Yes, Commissioner Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a little bit of background. Do you know what the background logic was behind a minimum of 4 trees? Was that,
I do
Any
not
idea?
know that.
okay.
It might have been an agreement that they had just because they didn't want to deal with the, they wanted to have 4 to
Group
take
or
down
something?
before in a group
Yeah.
or something. But what I don't want to have to, would rather not have to do is have to go try to find 3 other trees that might need it but might not need it,
Yeah.
I think when this first was developed, it was when Dutch elm disease was really bad, and it wasn't very hard to just go out and find, one tree that we knew definitely had it, and then maybe 3 others that were declining, American elm that were declining, so you could easily mark those.
Right.
Where
No,
now it's really hard to find that, we don't have a lot of elm left to take care of.
Yeah, I agree with the wording change and the direction change on it, Chad.
Okay.
Any other
Yeah.
questions for Chad? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you, Chad.
Yep,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Okay, ordinance and resolutions, 9.1. Pauline, you're going to handle this one, our financial director.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is the second reading of our supplemental appropriation ordinance to our budget from 2021. We have no changes from the previous reading, so I ask for approval on the second reading.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Commissioner Smith, motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Commissioner Weinrich seconds this. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you. 10.1. I see our police chief, Kevin Van Diepen, is walking to the podium, and he's going to explain what this is.
Thank you, Mayor. What this is an amendment to the joint powers agreement with the state for the internet crimes against children. The only amendment that's being made is Lincoln County wanted to be added to this organization throughout the state. So all it does is adds them, anytime there's a new county or city that wants to get involved in it, the state takes all the grant funds, disperses it out amongst all the organizations, which we're part of. We do have some of their computer equipment in our facility upstairs, so we help assist with these investigations. But all we're asking to do is let the mayor, the finance officer, and myself sign it so we can continue the agreement that's still in place.
Okay. Motion to approve on this item?
So move to approve.
Mr. Robish, motion to approve. Motion second.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Weinrich. Any other discussion with Chief on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg. Aye. Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you, Kevin. There we go. With that, that's all we have for tonight, so thank you and stay warm.